Well, fellas, should we open some packs?
Yes! Yes! Finally!
Oh, I got him.
Let's go!
I got him into the game.
I've been looking at this the whole time you've been talking.
Hello, everybody. My name is Zachary Rinaldo, better known online as Zach the Bold, and I have the absolute pleasure today to talk about Marvel and Magic the Gathering's new collaboration, Marvel Superheroes, where not only do we get to look at cards of great villains and superheroes throughout the Marvel Universe, we also get to look at making your own squads and alliances and villains in the new set. I also have two wonderful gentlemen here today to help me understand Marvel's timelines, and I can translate that into Magic the Gathering. I have a Captain America Super Soldier art here, which looks very, I don't know, what era would you say this is from?
What I love about Captain America's suit is when an artist really takes the time to do all of the detail work of the plating and the armor and all those elements. But this is definitely a little bit more modern because he's got like more pouches and more of the post-2000s era costume here.
Yeah, well, the thing about the art on the Magic the Gathering card itself is also the card is designed in a way to tell its own story or to describe the character in some way. This one, Captain America Super Soldier, is actually really straightforward. So he has first strike, but also he enters with a shield counter on him. So anytime that he would take damage...
That's self-explanatory.
Yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. Anytime he would take damage, you take the shield counter off instead, right? There's also characters I don't know about. This is Baron Strucker, Hydra Overlord.
So Hydra is a secret organization. So he is one of the higher ups, like he's practically number 2. Red Skull is traditionally like the head of Hydra, but as with Hydra, you cut off its head, 2 more take its place. So Baron Strucker is an integral part of this organization.
Gotcha. The other part of this card is that whenever another villain you control enters, you may have it connive. So there's these things in Magic the Gathering, they're called keywords. It's make it so that there's less text on the card, so it's not as much visual clutter. Conniving makes a lot of sense. In the Spider-Man set, a lot of the villains connived as well. The other thing that we have are enchantments, artifacts. This is called a saga. A saga is a great way for card designers to show certain arcs that may happen in like the Marvel world. And this one is called Armor Wars. And essentially what happens is at the beginning of each one of your upkeeps, like the beginning of your turn, you will move to the next part of the saga. So can you give like a rundown of maybe what happens in the Armor Wars or what the idea of it is, and then I'll be like, oh, that's how it translates to this card.
So Armor Wars was a long-running Iron Man story where it was basically a battle for other people trying to get the tech itself. Iron Man level of technology. So Armor Wars is a lot of different people trying to basically take his IP, which happens to be, in this case, something used for heroism that could be used violently.
That also, just right away from just when you said that, without even reading the card, the card colors are blue-red, which is which is a lot of technology. It's a lot of impulse. It's a lot of like in your face, act fast. That is so cool how they translated that into a card. So I have 3 cards in front of me right now. One of them I, of course, know as Iron Man, and then Super Skrull and World War Hulk that I know nothing about. So I have Iron Man, Master of Machines. Iron Man gets +1/+0 for each other artifact you control. So essentially, in Magic, every creature has a power and a toughness. Iron Man's is a 1/4, so it looks like he's a bit more defensive on this card. However, when you play another artifact, he gets stronger. Does that make sense? Does that make sense?
I thought he would be more offensive. That's kind of fascinating to me.
If you think of the first appearance of Iron Man, that gray suit, that's not a very offensive suit. So you would need to have the baseline protect before you added out.
We have Super Skrull next. I have to be honest with you. I don't even know what this character is. I've never heard of Super Skrull in my entire life.
So Super Skrull is a really fun combination of things because the Skrulls are an alien race that can transform. So they can look
already coming together. Already, this makes so much sense.
Yeah, they can change in anything. But
shapeshifters, yeah.
Super Skrulls have the ability to do multiple body parts with the power. So the most common Super Skrull, the most common iconography of the Super Skrull is the 4 Fantastic Four power sets.
Gotcha. So this makes a lot of sense for this card in particular. So typically when you have a commander in the game, in the format of commander in Magic the Gathering, you are limited to the colors of the that are represented on your commander. This is every color of the mana wheel inside of Magic the Gathering. And so Super Skrull is a legendary Skrull shapeshifter villain. He's a flying and he has a lot of abilities, and each one uses a different color. I will also just tell you from a straight like gameplay perspective, this is an incredibly strong card. Like if this is your commander for based off alone of the versatility it gives you as well as the color identity of the card, it is incredibly strong. So next up we have a Saga, which is an enchantment that goes onto the battlefield. A lot of times sagas are used in order to tell a story, whether it be a part of the set itself, or maybe if we get into something like Marvel superheroes, then that will tell a certain arc that may have happened in the comics. Essentially, this is World War Hulk. I don't know anything about this. Is there a?
I read it like a very long time ago.
Okay.
I'm sure Coy can pick up a lot for where my memory has kind of forgone. I remember it being essentially a revenge-fueled Marvel event.
Yeah.
That explores themes of, is the Hulk's destruction, like, is it justified?
Yeah, World War Hulk is about getting stronger to it until it reaches a pinnacle where it's like, it is so strong, like it
takes over the world.
Yeah.
It makes sense. It's one of the biggest runs like that. That's one of the most iconic modern Hulk runs.
Oh, cool. Well, fellas, should we open some packs?
Yes! Yes! Finally!
Oh, I got him.
Let's go!
I got him into the game.
Greg's in.
I've been looking at this the whole time you've been talking.
Now, what I'm excited to see as a Magic player is something called the Mind Stone, because in the Spider-Man set, they had the Soul Stone, which is a colorless and a black, what we call mana rocks, that also has different abilities. And that's very powerful. So I'm excited to see if we get a Mind Stone today. Let's crack these open.
Let's do.
Greg wants Wolverine, I know.
Is there a correct way to open this?
No.
Is there like an etiquette way?
Yeah, did I?
Like, would a bunch of people get mad at me if I just like tore it with my teeth?
I think if you did scissors, if you were to open like scissors and like some people are like,
would be insulting.
These are fine. These are play boosters. This is what you're gonna, this
My
is
Silver Age
bread and
comics
butter.
I don't open without gloves.
I don't open my hot pockets without gloves.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Who'd you get?
Oh, you
That's everything you needed.
No way.
That's awesome,
That's
dude.
really good.
Really cathartic.
Where's your gloves? Where's your gloves?
I don't want to.
Wait, can we look? Wait, actually,
That's a
I don't think
beautiful
I've
card.
seen this one yet.
I do want to share this.
Okay.
We've got Hawkeye Young Avengers. So this is the Legacy Hawkeye. So Kate Bishop is a legacy version of the character that takes on the mantle of Hawkeye.
Hawkeye Young Avenger, Human Archer Hero. If a source you control would deal non-combat damage to an opponent or a permanent an opponent controls, instead it deals that much damage plus X, or X is Hawkeye's power. Wow, that's a great red card for sure. I have a couple decks this would be really good in.
I think this is rare. Super Soldier Serum, is that rare?
That is the rare. That is also, that is an alt art. That is a borderless.
Would you take the Super Soldier Serum? If it existed, would you take it?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I don't know what this whole debate is that people have about whether or not you should take it. Why not take it? Would you take it, Zach?
The Super Soldier Serum?
Yeah.
Is there downsides? I take it.
No.
If you have to think about it, I'll take it. Can I see this card? So first off, I pulled a Grim Fate, which is a reprint of
That's
Beast Within.
beautiful. Look at that Jack Kirby art.
Yeah, so Jack Kirby art. Essentially, this is a staple card in Commander. And so a lot of green decks will have this card in it because it's one of the only cards that will do its effect, which is destroy any non-land permanent. No, destroy target permanent. So if you want to destroy someone's land, an artifact, enchantment, if you want to destroy a creature, this is a way of getting around it.
That is a beautiful. I would laminate this
No,
card.
like
This is a
Jack
beautiful
Kirby, man.
card.
It's beautiful.
I love it so much.
And then my mythic is Kang the Conqueror.
Oh, what a beast.
Legendary creature, human villain, flying.
Kang the Conqueror is a time conqueror.
Oh,
so he's able
hence-
to,
okay.
that's why you get another turn. So he controls time, and so he's impossible to beat because anytime he gets defeated, it's just bloop, and he just goes back to a different time.
All right, so those are play boosters. Now, if you are a collector, which I think you two would really get into, like the art that is comes from the set, and I think this is something that you would be really interested in, are these collector boosters right here. You'll see a lot more of these borderless cards, a lot more of the classic art that you mentioned earlier. So you're gonna get like these bigger, crazier pulls with them. You're gonna get a lot more rares and mythics.
I'm excited for you because I got Giant Growth with Ant-Man.
Oh yeah. Okay, so Giant Growth is a staple card inside Magic. You got it right.
God, look at this card.
Oh,
that's
dude,
sick.
that's beautiful.
And it's foiled too.
That's pretty, man. That's a gorgeous card.
Yeah, that's
a
sick.
beautiful card. Ultron Artificial Malevolence. That's
sick.
perfect.
Can
Is this the first Ultron comic? It looks like it would be.
It is like third or fourth appearance. It's very early on because that's Avengers 67. I think that they changed the
I love that. Looks like Avengers 67.
That is just fascinates me. You guys are so good at what you do. That's crazy.
Comic folk watching at home, I was struck by this John Cassaday art, one of my favorite artists. This artist right here.
Oh, yeah, that's
Stunning.
sick.
But I just realized the artist is credited at the bottom of the card in little tiny like one font. So Magic folk, if you come across any of these artists and you're like, who was that? That's amazing. Look them up and buy their comics. It's a really cool way to discover comics is by like following the artist. Because if you like the art, you might find new characters, you might find new writers, but like anchoring to writers or artists is cool. So if you like Magic and you like a card, you might be able to find a way into another hobby.
Venomized cat?
Oh, that's
a
awesome.
symbiotic cat?
Yes.
What?
That's a beautiful cat.
Gosh. Wow. Death Touch? I love this.
That's a beautiful
that's
why do we not talk about this
Symbiote
cat,
cat.
more
I didn't
often?
even know that's a thing. Yeah.
I love that so much.
Oh my goodness.
All right, fellas, I'm going to very briefly walk you through what a turn would look like in Magic the Gathering. Typically, when we start off a game, you will draw 7 cards. If you would do so now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, in order to play cards, you need what is called mana. That's where you draw as a planeswalker from the different realms. I'm running a red and blue deck, so I'm drawing from mountains and islands. So every turn, you can play 1 land. So I will go ahead and play an island, and I will look at my hand at the mana value in the top right of these cards. Now you look at them, and if you go, well, nothing here I can cast for 1 mana, you would then move into your combat step, but you have nothing to combat with. And then you would move into your second main phase where you can play more stuff after combat, and then you pass.
So if I were to play, I could play this, the planes,
Correct.
and then I look at my mana in the top right.
Yes.
So like my Jennifer Walters is 1.
So
we're looking
yes.
here at the bottom.
So the mana value is 2, actually, because you have 1 white pip and 1 colorless pip. So that those together...
that's very misleading.
I know. You have no idea, actually. Actually, let me be frank with you. You have no idea. Have you ever heard of semantics? Welcome to the game, dude. Like, okay, so I would pass to you. You would go into your untap. You can't do that. You go into your upkeep, and then you draw. So draw a card.
I don't get to put a land down?
Not yet,
Okay.
because you can only do that in your first main. You can only do that in main phase. At
Okay.
what is called.
So I untap.
So
'Cause
now
I
you
did
can
all
we move
that.
into your main phase where you can play things at sorcery speed, which means that they would go on. Doesn't matter. You can play a land right now. You can play a land.
I'm listening.
Right now.
I'm listening.
No, you're listening.
I'm
You can play a
focused.
land. You can play a land.
I can play a land. Sorcerer
Yes.
speed.
Yeah. So
Look how fast that was.
Now, yes, great. And then that would be your turn. I'm going to go back to my turn just so that I can show you more things.
I feel like it's very important you go back to your turn.
All right, I'm gonna go back to my turn. I will tap 2. I will tap my mountain and my island, which means now floating in my mana pool is a red and a blue. I will use that mana to cast an artifact creature. So it costs 1 colorless, which means any color can be used to pay for this color cost.
Okay.
And 1 blue, which I have. This is an artifact creature called a hydraulic helper. This creature enters the battlefield. It is a 2/3, which means it has 2 power, 3 toughness, as defender, which means it can attack because it has defender. I have nothing else I can do. I'm called tapped out. I have no more mana to tap.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a summoning sick creature, and I would pass.
And I have this down, and I don't draw or anything. Now I can do a second land, which would give me
So
2
now you do
mana.
draw something. So you
I
would
do.
go to your untap phase, which of course you don't have to untap anything. 'Cause you
Okay,
can play it.
'cause I haven't
Now you
tapped.
go to your upkeep, nothing happens.
Vibing.
Now you go to your draw step.
Okay, so that now this is once again putting 7 cards in my hand, even with that one
Yes,
down.
correct.
Okay, so
Yep.
I'm just any card from the top.
Any card from the top.
Boom. And now I can put down a second land.
Correct.
Which I just drew.
Yep.
And that's going to go
That is
there.
not. Oh yes, that is.
That
land.
is.
Yep.
Okay.
That's a land. All right.
So now I've got 2 lands.
Correct.
I can draw mana from.
I'm so serious. There's not a worse land you could have pulled for me to have to describe to you now in this moment. So this is called a fetch land. Typically, when you play like decks with many colors, it's harder to make it so that your your mana base has every color it needs. So
And
that's
I
why
do
they
have-
add this guy.
Yeah.
So now, because it's not a creature, it's not summoning sick. It's
Right.
not got a tummy. You can tap it and sack it.
Yeah.
And now you search your library for any color.
Oh, so I can pull any land from
any
this?
basic land.
Is that perhaps
That's
a basic
perfect.
land?
That's a mountain.
Mountain. That's a basic land if I've
And
ever seen
now,
one.
because the card says it'll come out tapped, you put it onto the battlefield tapped.
Imagine if I had done it right.
Right.
So that was tapped.
There you go. This guy goes into your graveyard because you sacrificed it.
In order to get this new guy.
Correct.
And that is tapped.
Yes. Now, typically, you would shuffle your library and you would pass your turn because you don't have anything one
Because
cost
that
in it, right?
action was my
Yes.
turn.
Yep.
So imagine I shuffled.
Yep.
That's my turn.
Yep. There you go. Great. There's a lot of rules in Magic the Gathering, but yeah, but people
What?
are always more than willing to help you figure out how the game. A great way to do this is go to your local game store and do what is called a pre-release, where you would open a box of like 6 packs of cards and you'd make your own deck based off of that. It's a great way to learn Magic the Gathering. It's a 1v1 format. It's a learning experience. You learn as you grow. The card game has been around for a long time, but I think like this is a set that is made so that it is relatively straightforward, because you go, oh, that's a hero I know, and I know how they work, and that kind of makes sense with the cards given. Well, guys, thanks for joining me in your studio. I guess thanks for having me. I guess is what I'm supposed to say. If you guys are interested, head out to wherever you get your Magic the Gathering cards. Check out Marvel Superheroes. Head over to your local game store. Check out Limited as well as pre-release there. Check it out today.